My impressions are okay, but click-through rate is terrible. Is it a PPC or listing issue? There's an easy way to discover this one because it can be both. And why the question is because you might not know if your traffic is irrelevant. Probably it's going to be a PPC issue, but if your traffic is relevant and even in exact match and the keywords are highly describing your product, then it might be a listing issue. Getting back to today's example, which is the front-facing baby carrier that I was checking out today on Amazon. In that example, usually what's going to come down to, so if I'm writing front-facing baby carrier and the first image that comes out, it's a back-facing baby carrier, or like instead of having her face here, has her face back to me. That is not the product I was looking for. Yes, it's exactly the same product that I was looking for in sense of the functionality, but when it comes down, can the baby turn a face outward versus to me, it's not the same product, right? And you might be arguing that, yes, it's the same product and it has the same functionality. No, it's not. And especially if you're doing just a bit of research, they are for certain age groups. When you're allowed to use the front facing, when you're allowed to use facing to your mom or myself facing. So if you're targeting that keyword, front facing baby carrier, and your product immediately shows the listing image that the baby is turned either to the side, either to the mom or the parent who's wearing it, that is not describing the product. So there what we have, it is a traffic irrelevancy. So the traffic that you're bringing is not relevant enough. In that case, it is a targeting issue. Now let's say when it comes down to a listing issue, in this case, again, I'm writing front-facing baby carrier. And in this case, in the listing, really, you can see the baby's face and it is a front-facing baby carrier product. Now, next what's going to be is I'm going to scout through the images, and then I'm going to see first off which of the designs I like more. There are some of the designs where here the lower part of the baby there's more room or there is less room, so it's narrow or it's like more full. For me personally, I don't like it if it's too big, the space. I would have it more narrow because then the baby doesn't have to sit awkwardly, right? That is a design preference. That is still a front-facing baby carrier. So once that you have that, again, it's not a listing issue, it's not a traffic issue either, it is a preference issue. Now we're going one step more further on the line. In case that you're seeing that, okay, someone is going to click within the listing, but then they realize, oh, here it says in the listing that, and I saw this only on the pictures, that is between 6 to 36 months. But the customer was shopping for 0 to 6 months, for example, or 0 to 3 months. Clearly, it's not going to be a good fit. So there, it's going to be a listing or irrelevancy when it comes down to the product. It's really important because once that you're going to generate sales, you want to make sure that the sales that you're generating are exactly for the product that you're selling. What else would I be doing in case that you have this, especially I'm thinking right now for if you have, for example, a different design and your product is both like front facing, but it's just a design preference. There's not much to do there, honestly, because that is your design. So you wouldn't be able to change that. Yeah, I think those are the things that I can think of right now when it comes down to this. But I think it's really important to mention that sometimes you might be doing everything right, but if you're not considering the strategy that you are allocating your budget to, again, it's not going to be helpful. In this example, I can think of if you have a discovery campaign where you would have anything but exact match, that is going to bring different traffic to your listing. So then conversion there and even click-through rate is going to be way lower than if it would be in an exact match. It is also something that you should be considering.